I'm getting ready for weeks 11 and 12 of the course. This is amazing. We're ahead of schedule. So this is what we're working on, and this is what you'll get to if you decide to take the course from this point on. We're starting with that, like sort of just playing very unmusical solos in a pentatonic, right? And starting to moving it all around, right, the neck pretty early. Right now, what we're getting into in weeks 11 and 12 is taking a 12-bar blues. And I can use this for lead guitar, but I can also use it for comping. We touch on blues a little bit every single week, right? If I have like, I want to get maybe my rhythm a little cooler, I can take a 12-bar blues, say an A, and I can visualize it everywhere on the fretboard by sort of using these fragmented chords. So I can have my 1, 4, 5, and I never really get lost, right? 1, 4, 5, 1, 4, 5 right here, 1, 4, 5, right? And then that brings me back to my 1. I can continue. That's a great way to open up the fretboard, right? And knowing where those chord tones are to play the musical solos that you really, really want to. We're going to get into secondary dominants and how to solo over them. If I do have a 1, right, a very, a 5 of the 6, right, a 3, how I would use that would be really cool. I could even have a Lydian maybe for the 1 chord, and then I could do an altered dominant, right, into an F sharp, what would be then the 6, the F sharp harmonic minor, which would be really cool, as that's the dominant, the 5 and the 6, and some really cool ways to play over like a minor 4 chord, all these like modulations, and really emotionally attach to the music, which is really, really cool. If we're playing over changes, like some songs that aren't in one specific key, I know if we play this, right, I'm in Dorian, right? If I want to make that switch from Dorian to natural minor there, how do I want to introduce that? Do I want to use, right, some sort of a sweep arpeggio? Do I not want to address the clash of that Dorian natural 6 into the root note of the chord for that flat 6? That all depends on how I want to do this. Do I want to use, if I do have a dominant chord, do I want to use a Lydian dominant rather than just a Mixolydian? What does that sound like, right? Can I get into enclosures, right? If I do have a one chord, right, if I want to do, arpeggiated lick, do I want to start adding some enclosures in that, right, to give it a little bit more of a jazzy sound, which is really, really nice? And how do I want to modulate that with like Lydian dominant, really, really great stuff that I'm very, very excited to get into, playing all throughout the neck, really creating some amazing music, right, getting into some sweet picking and tapping as well.